Deadpool 3 has resumed filming, and now we are getting some more leaked set photos of Deadpool and Wolverine. And what's really great about this movie is that even though we are seeing these set photos, a lot of this movie still remains a pretty decent mystery despite all the reports of the movie that we have. We know that this movie is primarily still going to be focused on Deadpool and Wolverine, and whatever that particular story is, we don't necessarily know it. However, it looks like recent set photos combined with recent reports about what is going to happen in Deadpool 3 lead us to know one major factor of what is going to happen in Deadpool 3 and where exactly it's going to happen. It also looks like, thanks to the new set photos that we've seen, that we have a major confirmation for a insane story that they could be adapting, that they hopefully are adapting in Deadpool 3, and that is Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. However, of course, we believe that it is going to be Deadpool kills the Fox Universe. And it's not even limited to just the Fox Universe, but any universe that he might happen upon in his multiversal travels. So two very important plot details for Deadpool 3 that we're going to talk about today that are revealed with these recent set photos. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new so you don't miss out on any of the latest Deadpool and MCU news. Also, if you subscribe and leave a comment, you're automatically entered in our giveaway for a chance to win a PS5, an Xbox Series X, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. We pick one winner at the end of each month, and the winner picks one item. So by far the biggest thing that we've heard about Deadpool 3 from insider reports is that a multiversal Avengers team, heroes team, is going to be assembled in the film. Keep in mind we say Avengers, but the team will also consist of the Fantastic Four, X-Men members, and other heroes as well. The premise of the multiversal team assembling in Deadpool 3 is because of the TVA. The TVA is brought into the story of Deadpool 3 because in the beginning, well, really at the end of Deadpool 2, Deadpool used Cable's time travel device and started time traveling. And although the TVA has seemingly changed and really their main focus is Kang right now, one can see how Deadpool going around in different points in time creating branch timelines could cause some trouble just because it's specifically Deadpool. You could see how Deadpool could probably cause some incursions to happen. So that's how the TVA gets brought into Deadpool 3. Now from there, we have heard that the TVA is going to go to different universes and start saving specific heroes they need to fight on their giant multiverse Avengers team to take on Kang the Conqueror and his variants. Now we've known about this for a bit, but these set photos from Deadpool 3 give us a little bit more insight to this. New set photos have revealed in the same scene that we've seen Deadpool and Wolverine fight in, two new factors. One is a truck that seems to be a modified version of the truck that was in Moon Knight, and another is what is seemingly Red Skull's car from the very first Captain America film. How did they end up here? Well, this pretty much confirms that this scene right here takes place in the Void. We've already seen other random things appear like the 20th Century Fox logo, but here's why the Void is very important to Deadpool 3. One is that this is a place where we are most likely going to see some pretty cool Easter eggs and cameos. We've already seen with these new set photos an original X-Men show up. We're not going to say who or show who in case some of you out there are trying to avoid the spoilers, but the new set photos do show one of the original X-Men characters from that old universe in the Void. So needless to say, most of the reports about some of the original X-Men returning and cameos galore are true. It's a multiversal film, so what can you expect? We've even heard from the insider Can We Get Some Toast that parts of Deadpool 3 will take place during the original X-Men trilogy. So that's just super exciting to look forward to. That's one reason the Void is going to be a great location, but the other is that this is most likely where the TVA is going to take all of the heroes that they save. Now, first thing to note that you have to keep in mind is that even though Loki Season 2 just happened, the events of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania in the post-credit scene, those events still happened as well, and even though Loki Season 2 came after Quantumania, keep in mind that most of that took place outside of time and space. So technically the events that happened in the post-credit for Quantumania only happened because of the events that took place in Loki Season 2. The multiverse only exists right now because of Loki Season 2. So you have to keep in mind in the back of your head that Kang the Conqueror, thousands of them, millions of them, infinite amounts of Kang variants are out there, and they are now gathering together. The Council of Kangs, the Kang Trio, lead them, and they have basically told us that they have done a lot already. Immortus says if we let them, referring to the Avengers, they will take everything we've built, meaning they have conquered a lot already, a lot of different universes, and have built an empire, and we can see that due to all of the followers they have, all of the Kang variants. So logically, we can assume, since the Council of Kangs has built such a huge empire already and has conquered a lot of the multiverse, that when the TVA starts going to different universes and taking specific heroes, the Council of Kangs is going to notice this. At some point in time, they're going to notice what's going on. And with infinite amounts of Kang variants, we have to believe that at least one of them on their side has created the TVA before. So they're going to know exactly what the TVA is. There's no way that only one variant of Kang, He Who Remains, has created only one TVA. And we've heard that Loki is going to return for Secret Wars. So I believe that at some point in time, the Council of Kangs is going to try and find the TVA somewhere outside of space and time. They're going to try and track that location that technically doesn't exist because it's not in space or time, but they're going to try to track it down because they understand time travel, they understand space, the multiverse, so they'll be able to find it. So the TVA can't exactly assemble this Multiverse Avengers team at the TVA. They're going to need somewhere else to do it, and I believe that could be at the Void, at the end of time. And they have essentially kind of set this up already. In Loki Season 1, we learned that the Void had become an amalgam of alternate realities. It's a mixture of a ton of different universes, which is essentially what we are going to get in Secret Wars, a lot of different universes coming together. And we can assume there has to be some type of a scene where all the heroes and possibly some villains come together and talk about what they're going to do. I believe the Void is the place where that happens. And they could even possibly use Alioth to help protect them, to help guard them from other Kang variants, if they would happen to find them. But this is a great place where they could go unnoticed by all of the Kang variants, and where they could essentially assemble. We've even heard recently that in Deadpool 3, there's going to be somewhat of a portal scene, just like from Avengers Endgame, but it's going to be sort of a parody, and Deadpool is actually going to make fun of it. And it would make sense that this would happen in the Void, a place where all the realities kind of mix and come together. Now, also at the same time, like I mentioned, this could be kind of the start of Deadpool kills the Fox universe, since we've seen in the Void the 20th Century Fox logo. We assume Deadpool is either going to escape or work with the TVA somehow. He might get a prune stick and go around and start pruning. We know there's going to be a lot of fighting and a lot of death in this movie caused by Deadpool and Wolverine. We also know that they're going to be traveling throughout the multiverse. But what's interesting about the Void is that they stated in Loki Season 1, when they prune a branched reality, it's impossible to destroy all of its matter, so they move it to a place on the timeline where it won't continue growing. That could be what we see here with this 20th Century Fox logo. Deadpool could have killed the entire timeline, but they couldn't get rid of all of the matter, so they moved some of it, hence the logo, to the Void. The same thing goes with these other items that we are seeing here and these other characters that could end up in the Void as well. The Fox universe is getting destroyed, and the Fox universe probably consists of several different ones, right? One original X-Men trilogy universe, another X-Men First Class, although they're kind of the same universe, but alternate timelines exist as well. But Deadpool goes around killing a bunch of different universes, and some of the remnants of those universes end up in the Void, which is where Deadpool and Wolverine ultimately end up in, and for some reason end up fighting. A lot to look forward to with Deadpool 3, but let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Do you think the Void is the place where the Multiverse Avengers team assembles? And does Deadpool completely kill the old Fox universe? Let us know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest news. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.